Hi guys, I'm here on the plane of American side trying to make this tutorial. We're going to cover the basic movements and options that the plane has. We have two views. Internal view, used mostly for an easy aim targets. External view for tracking movements of enemies. In this case, I'm trying to make this tutorial and I see that it's difficult because an enemy plane was trying to kill me. So as you can see, I changed in the internal view for a more I should say that it's lagging a bit. If not, that guy will have been dead by now. But anyway, let's continue. The basic movements. The plane, it's quite easy to fly itself. With W you accelerate. With Shift you put turbo mode, which gives some boost, as you can see, the speed. On the left square with numbers, that's the speed. The right square with numbers is the altitude. We want to keep looking those numbers, because if you go so high up at about 900 in these maps, you get stalled, and you totally want to avoid that. If not, an enemy plane is just going to smash you, because you won't be able to move or do anything. I should mention also that I like to play with ultra qualities for a further view distance, because flying a jet is quite important. Maybe not in Caspian border, because it's not so much trees that it will going to bother us, but in another maps it's going to be quite annoying. Something that you should do while flying with jets, it's have total knowledge of where the enemy is. In this case, I see a plane taking off. I'm not going to be a jerk and attacking him while he's taking off, but just take note that he was there. He's flying a bit weird. Okay, that's something that you never have to do when you're flying. Flying that slow, turning the most surface of your plane, it's an easy target in 2 words. Easy target, and we want to avoid the easy targets. We have to move a lot in circles, whatever it takes to take the enemy behind us. Thanks to those people, we have advanced a bit in the tutorial, and we got a bit ahead in combat tactics instead of my plan that was to begin with, that was movements. Yeah, we were saying about that I like to play in ultra because of the further view distance. That's pretty useful, seriously. In some maps you see a tower just pop in your face and then you crash on it. The beginning, the most important is that you try to learn how to control it. Doesn't matter if you crash your plane or whatever. And as you can see, I try to mark enemies so people kill them and then I get points. Why it's very important to get the beginning points? Well, easy, because we need flares ASAP. Nowadays everyone has the stingers, and with stingers we are fucked with the flares. Nice crash here. It's quite easy to unlock stinger. I mean, yeah, stingers and flares. Flares is the first thing, but it's very important. Otherwise, we are not going to last so long on the air, especially if the enemy is using stingers. Well, since we are here, we're going to try to take down that plane that it's being attacking my wormmate or my. Something that you can say that I'm doing here is to lead the target. You lead the target, and then it's easier for you to hit it because you know there's a distance between, or a time between your bullets hit the enemy, because he's moving at high speed. As you can see, in this time, while I was fighting him, I used flares, I ran away, I afterburner, and now I said something was aiming me. You see, I changed the view, and now I see where is the AA. I even mark it, so we don't like to have AAs against us, so we will try to take it down. There you go. Oh well, you see, that happens. Your wingman sometimes crashes on you. It's very stupid, I know, but well, some people, I don't know, they just don't look. But I don't blame, it will be his first day, so let's continue. I will just write thanking him. Against helicopters, a tactic, very important. In this case, I didn't need to use it, but on helicopter it's very important to move on top of them, because they can be quite annoying trying to put those missiles on you. Seems that the enemy got another AA that is being marking me all the time now. I have to try to. I know that it's around there because we have another opportunity with nasty AA. I didn't even see it. We're going to simply swap planes. Something very important when you fly a Jane is that you need to know when to jump. I mean, how to get out of your plane. It's by default the E key, and to parachute you just push space. Of course, I'm talking about the 4 keys. Could be that you have changed them, so in that case you need to remember which keys you have chosen. We're going to try to kill this plane. I see that they have they are quite close of our base, because he was hitting me with such a nice precision. So I see my helicopter is attacking there, so probably it's there. As you can see, when I pop flares, well, no one can affect, but I try to get away. Now just happened what I warned you to try to not, that you get stalled. In this case, I'm lucky and I didn't get too stalled, so I get out. This tutorial is changing into a combat tutorial. Say it's very difficult to find a empty server to explain the basics, but anyways, we can just cover both basics and a bit, so you can see a bit how can perform a jet. I'm not at all a nice pilot. There are some pilots that they are just impossible. They are using macros to turn at best speed and those things. Annoying AA. Now I spot AA and I'm going to revenge. If I find it again. Probably repairing now. I'm sorry about my voice, by the way. I got a cold and English is not my main language, so it's a bit difficult. But I try at least. As you can see, I always try to get into enemy's tail. That's the most important here. If you are in their tail, they are not in yours. And the best defense sometimes is a good attack. Before I was commenting about those ace pilots that they had a macro to have their speed locked. The best speed to turn is around 313. That's the fastest speed you can do. Without a macro, it's quite tricky to hold it. This led me to explain also those bottom left numbers on the cockpit or the cabin. You can see there is a M and a G. The G means the gravity force what you are turning. Like if you run around 10 Gs, it's almost the maximum, and it assures you a very nice turn, very sharp turn. The fastest turns are with loopings, not like I was showing you now. Kamikaze day, I say. I think that there is an enemy jet trying to get me. Yeah, there he goes, appears in the radar. You see, I'm doing weird movements to avoid him. I see him in the radar, bottom left of the screen. With external view, you can see, you can find them much easily than cockpit view. My god, it's a crashing day today. Let's see, for example, I will demonstrate you a fast turning with looping. We go like this, when we go up, pitch up, and then you keep accelerating, and when you are about to go down, you brake. Other way, your turn is not as sharp. Like this, I will repeat again. We go up, keep accelerating, and when it starts turning, and you brake. You see 10.6 turn. Very sharp. I have disabled the AA. By the way, these maneuvers are very risky against AA. It's very difficult to mess. That is my revenge. Perfect. And now a plane just appeared in front of my sides. He will regret this. There you go. As you can see, I'm swapping a lot between internal and external view. External view is very nice for just looking for enemy targets. Like in this case, I saw a tank there. I will try to help my ground units. There you go, it's disabled. I see a helicopter, but I'm too greedy here and I try to finish the tank off, which I actually end up doing. You see that my flares didn't do anything. Sometimes this happens. Well, it's not a big deal. Push E, jump when we are close to the ground, space, parachute. You see the enemy is trying to destroy my jet before I take off. I don't have engineers, so I can repair it. I will try to take down this plane now. I should say that I can see that these people are learners with flying, because it's much easier than well. I tried to avoid the crash. I couldn't, but at least I killed him before. Well, that's all, guys. I just wanted to show you a bit how to fly with the jet, some basic tricks, how to move with it. I end up showing you a bit also combat tactics, because, well, let's face it, the enemies didn't let us to avoid the fight. But to sum it up, if you are starting, just don't be afraid to crash plane, that other jets kill you. Just try to get beginning points as ASAP, like the flares, and to get the flares, I mean, and then the stingers might help you too. And to make this spot enemies, it's very easy to spot enemies with the jet. You have such a high view, and it's very easy, seriously. And then with your machine gun, try to hit targets, try to hit tanks, especially with just a little bit, and then someone else finish it, you still get points, or you get maybe a lucky disable, lucky kill even if they were fighting it. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. I hope this helps you guys, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.